Good evening. I'd like to call to order this Facility and Technology Committee meeting of the Torrington Public Schools on Wednesday, August 5th at 6 p.m. in the TMS cafeteria. Roll call. We've got Mr. Cronin, who wasn't able to make it, as well as Ms. Leo is also excused. We've got myself and Mr. Kaleja, and administration team is here. I need approval of the agenda with a couple of additions, please. I'd like to add under 6B, item number 4 would be a TIS/TMS roof update, and then number 5 would be a capital 313 item. Looking for a motion to approve the agenda with the set modification.
So moved.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We have a new agenda. Looking for approval of the minutes attached in the packet.
So moved.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody here for public participation tonight would like to address the board? I don't see anybody in person, but I'll ask Josh if he's got anybody. No? All right, we will skip right to number 6, discussion next steps, technology, and over for our social media update.
All righty. Hi, everybody. So you may have noticed that there was no social media update in the packet, and that is because we are still currently trying to find all of our social media coordinators for this upcoming year. So we have a few of them that were chosen already. We have a few people that slid back into their position from last year, but there are still a couple that have not chosen yet. So I'm just waiting to hear on that, working with each of them to get them the permissions that they need to get on and post. And something I also did this year was I reached out to each of the admins as they went through their hiring process, just to try to open the line of communication a little bit more, so that we can make sure that quality content is being posted for this upcoming school year. And that's my social media update for right now. Until next month, I'll hopefully have lots of fun pictures and stuff to share.
Great, thank you very much. We'll head on to the tech update unless anybody has any questions on social media. Take it away.
All right, so tech update. We've been busy as usual. So the team prepared approximately 200 Chromebooks for summer school students. Not that they were all utilized, but we just had them just in case in our LMC and available if they needed to use them. Summer school went well from a tech standpoint. I can't speak for the other standpoint because I don't know. But from a tech standpoint, everything was good. And now the team is going through and wiping those devices again before they go back to students for the new year. Something else that we've also been working on that was a bigger project was we migrated from Jamf Pro to Jamf School. It was an effort to save us some money. Jamf School is significantly cheaper. So we are working through our process and rolling that out. We worked closely with special ed over summer school, made sure all of the kids who had the iPad talkers got their devices updated and back in their hands so that they were able to use their communication devices. And ongoing of the iPads that are in the classrooms, as well as the few MacBooks that we have in the district for staff. One other thing that has been a big project is we are preparing for MFA to come this upcoming school year. I know I've talked about this on and off, but we're finally ready to start pulling the trigger this year. So we're going to go one school at a time, take it nice and slow, make sure we can get everybody enrolled, and everybody's comfortable with the process. But there's going to be more to come on that per school. And I think that's about it.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. A busy summer for IT. I don't think that most people realize just the lift required over a summer in a school district to get all the devices cleaned and re-imaged and prepared. There's a lot going on there.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Any questions, Mr. Kaleja? I didn't see, are we rolling the insurance protection policy the same as last year? Or what's the?
I had planned to keep it the same.
Okay.
I didn't have any complaints last year. I think the price points were pretty well. And yeah, just going to keep with it.
So that'll be available to all of our students. Great.
Absolutely.
Anything else, Mr. Kaleja? Great, thank you very much for the update. Facilities, Mr. Pergola, you're up next.
Okay, thank you. There's a three-page list here of stuff that we're kind of working on this summer. You did notice the format change from how I normally do it. Still tweaking it a little bit to get more information on here, but this is primarily the major stuff we have going on this summer, getting ready for school. Some of the stuff is going to carry over into the school year, but a lot of stuff that you see on here is things that we're trying to knock out, whether it's custodial, our staff doing it, or if we're subbing it out to do a couple of major projects. Well, the chiller is being done right now. I was out there today, and they are dismantling. They just started dismantling the pipe, and they reclaimed all the refrigerant last week, drained the chilled water, and now they're dismantling piping, getting ready for Friday. Friday, they're going to pick the old one and put the new one down. So that'll be a big day. And then after that, obviously, we've got to reverse it all and pipe it and do all of that stuff. So that's probably, that is our largest project that we're doing this summer. The other ones are all coming along. As you can see, if anybody has any questions on any particular ones, be happy to go through the details on them.
Questions, Mr.?
No, I was just gonna, I like the way this new list looks. How, is there a way that you can populate like the priority, kind of how the old list
Oh, yeah.
had? Where it's like-
Again, those are the details I got to work on.
Yeah, no, I figured as much. I
The
just,
priority and also whether it's GB or capital, and it's pretty much going to look the way the other ones have. It's just a matter of
Cool.
going through it. So
yeah,
anyway, thanks for that.
yeah, no problem.
Anything else, Mr. Collision? I just had a couple of quick ones. Under page 8 of 10 in our packet, under Torrington Intermediate School, the flooring refinishing, is that a gym floor refinish?
We're doing both, actually. So we're going in and the floor refinisher, we're doing 2 schools this year. We're doing TIS, small gym and large gym. So we're doing 3 gym floors, small gym and large gym. And we're also doing Fast Academy's gym. So they come in and they screen and they recoat. It's not a full $50,000 job. It's a screen and recoat. The other one down there is a room that we've changed. It was the old wood shop. And I thought now that's a classroom. So we as in the custodians went in and we sanded it, and we're going to be putting a finishing down on it probably next week, I'm hoping. So that's what that means with floor refinishing for that.
And then the curbing in the front of the school, is that snow damage or is that?
No,
It's tired.
it's not pulled away from the snow plow. Frost heave gets in there, and it's one of that. And that heavy rain the other day really pushed it out. So I met with the contractor out there yesterday. We went over some of the details today over the phone. So we're looking at probably 15 to 18 feet of curbing to cut out and to tie back into the existing concrete. Some of that concrete was done 2 years ago. That we're going to tie into, which is good, right? So it's good solid concrete we're tying into. Some of it not so good, but that's what that's about. And that's right in the front in the bus loop when you first walk into the school. So it's a critical area.
Okay, great. On page 9 of 10 under Torrington High School, I have the soccer lines on the varsity baseball field.
Yep.
And the parking lines and numbers. Did the building committee not take care of lines, or is there?
No, they took care of lines. There should be numbers. So
Okay.
they put lines, we did the numbers. And we did it last year, and we left out that section, so the numbers should pick up sequentially and put those in. As far as the soccer, that's just something that we do normally. Now that on the turf field, that we have, they put these tick marks in the field built into the artificial turf, and then we take it and go temporary paint from those tick lines to create the soccer environment.
And then they just wear off as the
And
season.
then they wear off by the time baseball season comes around, so they're not in there.
Great. And then the last one on this list is Southwest School. I see a bunch of no cooling. Do we have a major failure of the cooling system at Southwest?
Nope. They're both, one is repaired as we speak, and the other one is running on one circuit, which is keeping it cool in there, and we're going to repair the second circuit, hopefully by Friday.
Great. Nothing crazy then. Awesome. That was the list of questions. I do like the new format. Like Mr. Kleja said, it's nice the way it breaks it up, and once you add those other details, I think it's going to be awesome.
Great.
All right, nobody else has any questions? On to the 26-27 BMS contract, which is, I believe, page 10 in the packet.
Yes, so this is annual with our BMS, which is SNE. It used to be Snyder. It's SNE right now. They handle 3 of our schools with our BMS, and the BMS is our building maintenance system, which is the HVAC controls, fresh air, cooling, anything to do with HVAC. They have it under their control. We've had them for years here, and this is just the annual contract. Looking for approval.
Is this the format they gave it to us, or is this out of your new system as well?
It's out of my new system. Trying to keep it all the same. So took the information and was able to, put it all on here instead of handing you an 18-page contract that you got to thumb through, so.
Do we normally do 1 year with them or multiple years? Or?
We just do one with them. That's all that we have done since I've been here. I was thinking the same thing, actually. I was looking at it, but it's usually just a 1-year contract.
Maybe after this contract term, we can look at what a multi-year might look like if it happened to save us money or not.
Yeah, and in additional that, if you look on the, if you look at our Vogel School, really needs an upgrade in that category also. So it's a different vendor over there, but.
Great, I appreciate it. Any questions, Mr. Glesia? And then the next one is district-wide elevator preventative maintenance bid.
So that I do not have. That we're waiting, it's in the lawyer's hands. And I was hoping to get that in there. He went on vacation as of Friday and he apologizes that he didn't get it to us. But we gathered all the information. So that is going to be our PM service we're going to put it together to go out to bid for all our schools. Right now we have TKE, they handle its Thricing Crump. They have the contract right now for all the schools except this one. This one here, these elevators are Coney. They're looking for us to sign a service agreement also with them. But it happens to be at the same time when the rest of the schools are due, so we're going to put it all out as one and hopefully get one contractor in here to handle the whole kit and caboodle, as they say.
And we've had an agreement previously for elevator maintenance,
Yeah,
obviously?
through TK.
Okay.
It's through TK,
Yeah, works for me. Then we'll just table it until next month. That works?
Yep.
All right. And without any other questions, we'll go to for the roof. Do we have an update on the roof? I know it's been a popular conversation amongst us, but we went to referendum back in March, and I know the state had been dragging their feet. Where are we at with that today, guys?
Yeah, Donna and I both worked on it, but she is more eloquent. I want to let her just kind of give you where we are on the.
Well, thanks for that. I'll try to be. So we did have a nice meeting with them last week, and we had their team and our team. They had a few more questions, just to dot the i's and cross the t's, and they were going to come back with us, hopefully by the end of this week, to approve the form that we submitted for the additional funding. So we're just, again, in the waiting game. But it does look very promising. They know that this is definitely something that's been lagging and that our community is really looking forward to do. So we understand, we're as excited to get it done as everyone else. But as soon as we get that approval from the 1049R that we submitted, we will be letting everybody know. We'll shout it from the rooftops, pun intended.
Great. That's a long overdue project that I know we were all excited to get rolling on. So we'll look forward to that for the next meeting.
Sure.
Great. Any questions, Mr. Clisher? Next was just the Capital 313 account. I know we submitted for approval of some much needed capital improvements, and it looked like they had denied that based on a few things. Do we just have an update? Are we having dialogue? Are we resubmitting? Just wanted to get an idea where we're heading with that.
I can definitely take this one. As the minutes indicated from the meeting with the city, the original, that 313, our most latest rendition, which was approved by not only this subcommittee, but the actual full board, was actually denied at this moment, and all of their questions were answered. I know in speaking to Board Chair Corey, at the time, he felt that since we had spoken about it and everything on there is definitely needed, and needed for city buildings, not just for, obviously, Board of Ed's pleasure. His initial inclination was to resubmit the original, obviously with because they were provided with the answers, and that was the last conversation that him and I had.
And it's, I mean, I believe one of those items was crucial to saving the district money, right? One of those was for, the ATV or UTV was for pulling around the stuff for the turf field, correct, Mr. Burgola?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so I mean, it's an opportunity we did that whole program to save money for the taxpayers. So hopefully that all gets itself sorted out. We can get those pieces of equipment in service. Any other questions on that one? All right, topics for future meetings. Okay, yeah, I'm looking for a motion to move the BMS contract as proposed on page 10 to the full board.
So moved.
Second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great, thank you for the reminder, guys. Topics for future meetings, we'll have the roof, we have our usual month-to-month ones. We'll have the capital one again. We'll have the chiller probably, right? Hopefully the chiller will be done for our next meeting.
Yep.
Anything else you can think of, Mr. Pergola?
Just the elevator.
The elevator,
If
yeah,
you,
we'll-
if you didn't say that.
Carry that one forward, yep.
Now, I'm nervous to ask, this is more of a curiosity thing, because I know I zoomed into the last building committee meeting, but for the opening of school with landscaping, is there anything like that they're trying to get done?
Yeah, they've been here for the last 5-6 days, and as you can see, it looks much better.
Yeah, no,
So
exactly,
they
that's
put
what
time, they put effort into the mulching and the edging.
Yeah.
They have replanted some. They've cut the grass, which it looks better, right? But we're still looking at that too. So I think they're going to look at us, or look at the building committee to kind of give them an okay on plantings, but not grass right now. It's the last word I heard, but nothing formal yet. So, but they've definitely stepped it up. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, anything else for future meetings? All right, comments for the good of the order. We'll start at the end of the table with Marissa. Do you have anything?
Thank you.
All set, thank you.
Good meeting, thank you.
Good, thanks.
Welcome back from the long summer. Everybody enjoyed their time away, got some well-needed rest and relaxation. And with that being said, looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned at 6:18 PM. Good evening. I'd like to call to order this Budget Committee meeting of the Torrington Public Schools on Wednesday, August 5th, 2026 at 6:19 PM. Roll call. Mr. Colegio's here. I'm here. Mr. Cronin and Ms. Saleo are excused. The administration team is here. Looking for an approval of the agenda.
So moved.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Looking for approval of the minutes from last month.
So moved.
I will second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving forward. Public participation. Anybody who wishes to address the board? Mr. Michelson, anybody on? Nope. And skipping number 5. On to number 6, discussion next steps, monthly financials. and we will hand them over to Donna.
Okay, wonderful. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. I just wanted to go over the June packet for the monthly financials. We've gone over a lot of these line items throughout the year, but I thought it might be nice just to recap the high-level items. So if everybody could go to page 9, and I think it's actually 9 and 10 that I'm going to be referring to for 5120, the subs. Our internal subs, we were over in that line item, and we do feel it was under budgeted, so we did budget more for FY '27. On page 10, for 5121 for tutors, once again, that was under budgeted, so we were able to increase that budget from 67 to 130. So we're hoping that will land on 0. On page 10 as well, if you go to fund number 5123, there's subs for teachers. We did go over last year, and that was attributed to long-term leave. We had a great fill rate, and there was some increased rates for fees for staff that were filling those positions. So we did go over in that line item, and we were able to fund it at 430 for this year. So we'll just keep a good eye on that line item to make sure that we're trending correctly. On page 10 for overtime, we all know about this one, 530. We did go over, and we do believe that that was underfunded, so we increased the funding for this year. As you remember, we had some storms, and there was some other areas that went over. We had some clerical OT that went over, just getting us our feet under our getting our legs under our bodies, or whatever the expression is, for this year with the new transition to this school. And then for page 11, there was the legal had gone over slightly, and we were able to increase that from 210 to 220. And that was due most likely to, some policies that we had to review and update. We had a lot of RFPs last year as well, and we wanted to make sure that we had our legal eye on them, because there has been a lot of litigation around RFPs going out with out new legislation in them, and of course expulsions and so forth. But we're going to keep an eye on that line item as well. And then on page 11, again, 5341 and 5342. For subs for our vendor, our external vendor. Again, we did go over, but we did have excellent fill rates, and we did have some long-term people that were out. And again, the increased rates. So we were able to increase that line item, 30,000. So we're hoping that we're going to land on 0 as well. So that is basically my recap of June's closeout. We are looking like, as far as our pre-audit report right now, that will probably be trending with our 2% possible carryover, but it's a little too soon to tell. We're still closing out some of the purchase orders.
Great, thank you very much for the report out. Mr. Collision, do you have any questions? I have a few questions. You've hit on a good number of them.
Okay.
First one is on page 9, 511157, the drama music stipend for the arts and drama. Did we not have somebody for half of the year? I just remember that. So those stipends always work a little bit weird,
Yeah.
right? They get paid twice a year kind of a thing?
Yeah, I do believe we rectified that this year. Some of the stipends were getting paid out of a different line item, and I believe that we were able to rectify that for this year. So you'll see some stipend line items over, some under, but that should be all straightened out for this year.
Okay, and then just a little bit further down, 511204, the paraprofessional for security. I know we had moved that to somewhere else. I remember that there was a budget amendment to move it to a different line item, wasn't there?
Yes, I do believe we did that, and
And there
that
were
was,
still, my question was, there was still a couple transactions in it. Do those transactions go with, or were they unrelated from?
yeah, so they were related to that, and when we did the amendment, we just kept those on there, because it was an acceptable transaction for that line item.
Okay. All right, next on page 10, you touched on this. I'll just ask one last one on the substitutes and the overtime for clerical. And last, I'm not sure how it works. Does the vendor bill us in batches or rather than every month. Just it was a large amount in that 1 month.
Are you
Between the-
looking at line,
512002, 5130.30, and then it kind of ties into page 11, the 5341 and 5342. It's just a lot of sub-expenses for 1 month. So I wasn't sure if they generally would bill them, and they trail behind a little bit, but because of the accounting period, we get 2 of them in 1 month.
correct, yes.
That is, okay.
Sometimes we're bulk billed on that, so.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. And then also, if 5441.10 on page 11, it was the annual maintenance contract for the sports complex. Did they ever come out to do it last year?
Yeah, I think I could, yeah.
It just didn't show it. I was asking because it didn't show a transaction. Maybe it came out of another line item.
Yes, that's what happened. It came out of one of the general maintenance line items. But we'll update that for this year.
Okay, and then on page 10, 5121, the first line for tutors. It's just current month transactions was a pretty large number. Are those tutors for across the board? They're more so expulsions. Anyway, we see the tutor line item is more and more as the year goes on, then it kind of resets itself come spring or come fall. Do we have any idea on, that line was just large that month?
Yeah, there might have been a lot of interaction, as we wound down the school year for graduation and for, making sure students had their needs met. So there could have been an extra amount of time assigned for the month of June. So I could double check on that as well.
Okay. I think I just have the encumbrances that are left on page 13. Are these just outstanding POs?
Correct.
All right, then I think that's all I had for questions. Everything was very clear and concise. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Any questions, Mr. Kaleja? All right, then we will move on to the next, which is pre-audit year-end closeout amount for 25-26, which you kind of already touched on, so.
Yeah, so we're still landing the plane, but it is looking like we'll be able to be right around, a non-lapsing reserve amount, which we're allowed. So we're going to have more detail on that probably by the end of the month as far as the exact number, or closer to the exact number. But currently, I believe right now it's looking at 1.4 million, but we do have a lot of checks coming in, and we also have some staff that there's some overages and grants that need to be applied to the general budget. So like I said, I'm working with the accountant, and we're going to have a more clearer picture probably in a couple weeks.
And at what point is that audit closed out and we're able to transfer to
December.
December? Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have any questions? Hearing none. Topics for future meetings. Obviously, monthly financials. We also need to do, there are no July financials in here because of the timing of this meeting, but we will have those as a general board meeting towards the end of the month. At our regular meeting, they'll be on the agenda to be reviewed so they can be submitted, but that is why they're not here this week. So thank you again for agreeing to have those ready for the end of the month.
Absolutely. We appreciate the time. We're in the middle of audit and EFS. And like I said, there's still some items that are closing out, so it's going to be a lot easier to bring forward a more clear, concise synopsis.
And the board asked for this switch just to accommodate another meeting. So this is not typical. Usually we would meet another week from now. So thank you for helping out with that.
Yeah, my pleasure. I would add to the agenda for next month is just line item transfers and a budget amendment. As you know, we got our 0%, so in creating this budget, there was a lot of buckets that we had to look at, and we needed to have some factual information in order to make sure the line items are clear and concise and can cover the expenses. But we did find some areas where we would need to do a line item transfer and a budget amendment, so that I just wanted to add that.
Great. I look forward to it. I don't think I have anything else unless somebody else does. We'll move on to comments for the good of the order. Start on this side this time, Mr. Kisko. Mr. Kaleja.
All set, thank you.
All set, thank you.
Good, good. Great. Well, again, thanks for all your time tonight. And I know you guys have a lot of summer work to do and look forward to the students coming back. And we appreciate your time and hard work. Looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second. All those in favor?
All right.
And this meeting is officially adjourned at 6:30 PM. Thank you, everybody, for your time.